May 29, 2024, the fifth day of the trial of Miles Guo was held at the courtroom 26B, 500 Pearl Street, Southern District Court of New York, New York City, the United States of America. During direct examination, witness Mr. Guo confirmed that when he was volunteering as a broadcast technician, he had participated in more than 10 broadcasts related to protests. He admits that these protests organized by the Himalaya Alliance are in protest against the CCP and the running dogs of the CCP. Mr. Guo said, "Okay. Your Honor, at this time the defense would like to read and enter into evidence a stipulation between the parties." The court replied, "Go ahead." Mr. Guo continued and said it's DX Stip 0001. And it reads, "It is hereby stipulated and agreed by the United States of America and Miles Guo, the defendant, through their attorneys of record, that 1. The FBI has investigated individuals who, working at the direction of the government of the People's Republic of China, the PRC government, have engaged in an international campaign, known as Operation Fox Hunt, to coerce individuals located in the United States and elsewhere to return to China to face charges brought by the PRC government or to otherwise reach financial settlements with the PRC government. 2. In 2017, a U.S. law enforcement agency assessed that Mr. Miles Guo was the highest priority of China's repatriation efforts. 3. In 2017, a U.S. law enforcement agency received information that Chinese officials were paying and providing food and signs to protesters of Mr. Guo. 4. In 2018, a U.S. law enforcement agency received information that the PRC government had established a special investigative group in China to manage China's investigation of and actions against Mr. Guo. 5. To carry out some of the objectives of Fox Hunt, in 2017, the PRC government tasked a specially designated group of operatives, the group, with discrediting and harassing individuals, including Mr. Guo, by using interactive computer services and electronic communication systems. The group is based out of the Beijing Municipal Public Security Bureau at a facility in Beijing's Dongcheng district. The group was previously referred to as the Cyber Investigation Team and was later referred to as the 9112 Special Project Working Group. The group's tactics aimed at Mr. Guo included using anonymized social media accounts operated by the group and by pressuring U.S. social media companies to remove Mr. Guo and U.S.-based associates of Mr. Guo from social media platforms. These efforts were part of the PRC government's broader effort to prevent, disrupt, and harass Mr. Guo's use of social media and other online platforms to disseminate and discuss disfavored content. In or about December 2018, officers of the group were directed to post 3 videos or posts daily with YouTube and Facebook accounts, with one of the posts required to be anti-Mr. Guo. On February 3, 2020, a PRC government official issued a tasking requirement that every member of the group shall write an original article with content related to targeting Mr. Guo, the COVID pandemic, or Hong Kong. The FBI investigated the group's activities, including its activities aimed at Mr. Guo, and the U.S. government has charged many of the group's members with violations of U.S. law. 6. Since Mr. Guo fled the PRC government has sought his return for prosecution in the PRC and has employed numerous methods to effect Mr. Guo's capture or arrest. In May 2017, the PRC government sent 4 undeclared agents from the PRC's Ministry of State Security, MSS, to the United States to attempt to cause Mr. Guo's coerced repatriation to the PRC as part of the Fox Hunt initiative. The U.S. government disrupted the PRC government's efforts to forcefully repatriate Mr. Guo, and Mr. Guo continued to reside in the United States. 7. Between May 2017 and January 2018, at least 4 individuals, including George Higginbotham, Elliot Broidy, Nikki Lum-Davis, and Prakazrel Michel, never disclosed that they were actually acting on behalf of foreign actors, including the PRC government, to lobby officials in the Trump administration in an effort to cause Mr. Guo's extradition to China. Higginbotham, Broidy, Davis, and Michel were each convicted of violating U.S. law regarding their lobbying efforts. The efforts of these individuals were not successful, and Mr. Guo was never extradited at the request of the PRC government. Instead, and since approximately 2015, Mr. Guo has been able to reside in the United States with his family. 8. On October 23, 2018, a court in Hong Kong entered an order seizing and restraining Mr. Guo's assets in Hong Kong and elsewhere under the court's jurisdiction. It is further stipulated and agreed that this stipulation may be admitted into evidence. And Your Honor, I would offer DX Stip 0001. The court said it is admitted. Defendant's Exhibit Stip 0001 received in evidence. Mr. Kamraju said, "Thank you, Your Honor."